So today we are going to make a CapeCod window similar to this one. And what we're going to do is we have our house. We need to have a house with a tall roof. So this particular house, the roof is the standard 2.5 meters. And the roof, we made it 4 meters, just so we could be able to have a tall roof where we could build this type of window. So we're going to go to view. I'm sorry, camera. We're going to go to camera, front view, and we're going to choose the side where we want to make our window. I'm going to get these things out of the way. I'm going to pan a little bit here so I can be a bit more centered. Okay, now we're going to make guidelines. So our guidelines are going to be, we have to make sure that they are on this face meter, and I have 1.5 meters. Away, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's perfect. 1.5 meters. And then another guideline is going to be 1 meter up. Now make sure that we are going on this axis 1.1 meter, and then the width is going to be again 1.5 meters, so 1.5. Okay, so we have our basic guidelines for now. So I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to make the first line. Now the second line has to be on the blue axis, and that's going to be the height, the first height of the window without the roof of the window. So that's going to be 2 meters. If we use inferences, it should be there, 1.5 meters, and then on the blue axis again down. So we should have the front face of our window like that. Now let's make the roof. The roof for this window is going to be 50 centimeters up. So first I'm going to make a guideline that will find the center of this, so right there, right? 0.75 meters. And then I'm going to make a line up, a guideline that is 50 centimeters. So I have my mark. You can either make a line with the pencil for 50 centimeters, or you can just make a mark there. Whichever you choose will work the same. So I make this line, and I make this line, and now I have that part of the roof. All right. Okay, so now for this part, I'm going to orbit to more or less an isometric view. I'm going to take the pencil, and here you have to be careful because we are working on the green axis. So make sure that you are on the green axis and you go all the way on the green axis. So press shift and go all the way to where you intersect this the roof of the house. So I'm going to do the same here. It's on the green plane, so I press shift once I have the green plane, and I go all the way there. Now I can join this to the bottom, and I have my wall. I can join this one to the top, and I have the top part of the roof for that window. I do the same on the other side. You see how it came very nice? So I do the same on the other side, which should be easier now. So I take the pencil and I make sure that I am on the green axis. So you might have to play with it a little bit to make sure that you are on the green axis. There you go. And then I go down and from here up. So I have the structure for the window. Now comes the fun part. Okay, so for this part, what we're going to do is we're going to offset the roof of the window. I take the offset tool. I'm going to offset it for 5 centimeters. Okay, now here I want to complete this line. I'm going to complete, make sure you use inferences. So you see how it becomes pink, and I connect it to this line. I do the same over here and I connect it to that line. So now I can delete this line, which I don't need anymore. Okay, so my roof is looking more like a roof. Now I'm going to do the window part before I extrude anymore. So in order to do the window, I am going to push this in because we need the roof to have some fall for when it rains. So I'm going to push this wall 5 centimeters. I'm going to do the same at the other side. And once I have all the lines for my window, I'm going to come back and extrude this out, this part of the roof. But for now, I'm going to just leave it there. Okay, so I try to have a front view as much as I can. I'm going to offset this to 10 centimeters. I'm going to offset it again to 5 centimeters. And offset again to 3 centimeters. Now these are the double insulated windows that are good, that are used for the winter. So this would be the window, this part here. This would be the outside trim that protects the window from the weather. So since this was 5 centimeters, I'm going to, and here you can choose, you can make this 3 centimeters wide or 5 centimeters, depending on how you want your window to look like. So I'm going to do it 5 centimeters just to keep some symmetry there. So I need another guideline, and I'm going to make going to find my horizontal center. So if I decide to make this the inner panels 5 centimeters, that means that I have to go away from this line 2.5 centimeters on each side, on the vertical and on the horizontal, 2.5 centimeters. So now I can take my pencil and I can trace those lines. Oops. I can trace those lines to the intersections. Uh-oh, that one didn't didn't come out too good, did it? Yes, it did. Okay. You have to be kind of careful because in 3D drawing it's very easy to go into a different axis and then nothing will match, or when you orbit everything is skewed. Okay, so far this looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to orbit a little bit, so an isometric view. You may, if you want, you can delete your guidelines. Sometimes they are on our way. Okay, and we said we were going to extrude this part of the roof for 10 centimeters, right? So 10 centimeters. Then I do not need this line anymore. I may delete that line. And I'm going to extrude the outer frame for 6 centimeters, the inner frame for 4 centimeters, and the pane division for 3 centimeters, because usually that goes inside the glass. Well, in the modern windows, or the glass goes inside of the division panes. In the newer windows, they're just decorative there. So that would be our window, our basic window. And don't forget to triple click on it and make it a group. Make a group, so now we can move it, copy it, work with it independently from the other groups that we have in this house.